There it is, Scott. See, that's it, man.
Ooh, you add a little extra on that.
I add a little extra on that.
Yeah.
Well, y'all were saying that I'm a little edgy today.
Well, yes. Why are you edgy?
It's pretty clear, Scott. We're in the middle of COVID-19. We walk in the door. We're not here 1 minute. And I said, dude, you sound a little funny today. You feeling good? I feel fine. And then all of a sudden you go into a coughing fit.
I coughed twice.
Twice?
Twice.
John, how many times he coughed since you've been here? Because I was here before you.
More than twice.
So all I'm saying is it was a pleasure for y'all to hear our last podcast. Hope you tuned in for it.
Oh, my God. It's a wet cough. It's not a dry cough.
Thank you,
now
Dr. Odom.
Dr.
Yes.
Odom,
Yeah.
MD.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Odom.
I have drainage.
So you're saying it's allergies?
I am saying that it is not COVID.
Well, it is a little. I mean, in Scott's defense, I mean, of all the times of the year for this COVID to try to attack,
Not a good time.
pollen season? Seriously?
Yes.
I mean, it
And-
couldn't be more considerate and do it maybe at a time of year where you don't have this other option of
Well,
coughing.
you know, I don't know if you know this or not,
Like it has.
but
some
it's
mind
not
of its
about
own.
being considerate.
Yeah, I don't. I mean,
There's not a
I
whole
did
lot
kind
of-
of imply that that COVID had feelings.
Yeah,
didn't
it does
I'm
not have
sorry.
feelings.
Sorry, everyone didn't mean to come.
Yeah, this
My
is,
bad.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it really is. I mean, if you have a cough, people.
Oh,
Well, yeah, and
Hey,
I just watched it happen. It does make you slightly
Oh, my
alarmed.
gosh.
Hold on, breaking news though.
Oh.
Breaking news.
Can we get the? Do we need the?
Oh
COVID?
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Breaking
yeah,
news.
breaking news.
It's the COVID-19 crisis.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really loud in my ears.
Hey, that's good. I felt good.
You did?
Uh-huh.
Breaking news. MIT researchers have just come out with the 6-foot rule does nothing
Wow.
because it travels up to 27 feet in a cough.
So you know what that means? They're going to revise those guidelines.
Yeah, probably so. We won't
30
be-
feet
30
between
feet.
you.
How you're gonna walk around with a tape measure and just put it
Hey,
out to
well,
30?
joke. I saw that in a store.
They're
Dude.
marking the floors.
I know that.
I lost my voice. They're marking the floors.
Yeah, we were out this weekend doing a little bit of shopping for essentials.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's all. Don't even make. You almost made me cuss.
You
I almost had my first cussing on the. and it was COVID-19 that brought it out. Essentials.
Yes. And I saw some
Yeah,
interesting
break.
things happen. And maybe you guys want to jump in here, but things I thought I would never see. We had some essentials we had to get at Lowe's. Okay.
He said. I mean,
Yes.
it's. Yeah. What were you doing? Doing a little home project?
It's essential at my house.
Yeah, I
At my
understand.
house be beautiful at all times.
Yeah. Whatever.
But the cashier had like a plexiglass shield.
What?
Yes, in between the customer and themselves, and you slid your card underneath the shield.
See, that's next level.
next
son.
That
level.
is next level.
Yeah.
It is so weird.
I mean,
I really was at Walmart getting essentials, toilet paper, and they had it.
you
It
bought
wa-
some
it
gummy
wasn't
bears
Charmin.
while you were there, didn't
No, I didn't.
you? Yeah, you did.
But dude, you can get Easter stuff cheap. It don't matter. There's
I
going to be
love
Easter
Easter
stuff
candy.
forever.
Yeah.
But I had Angel Sauce, and they didn't have Charmin, but Angel Soft, I was
Hey.
thankful to get her.
Dude, you get any name brand right now. Scott sent out a text to all of us that Target had name brand toilet
Name
paper.
brand, but they didn't have it long.
I know.
No, you better just be lucky.
I will say Sam's, I think, is doing it better than anybody else.
Oh.
And these are Apocatips for the apocalypse, by the way.
Oh, wait a second. This is new.
Yes, Sam's
Apoco tips.
for the apocalypse.
Oh, I like it. Okay. What's your first one?
Well, one of them is Sam's, I think, is doing it better than anybody else because they are putting on almost all their products a limit of what you can buy on everything.
So if I want Easter candy, I'm only getting 2 bags.
They say 5. It literally says,
that-
and it's in big, bold, like you can't miss it.
Why?
Five doesn't work for Big Shug. I gotta have way more.
John's
than that.
nickname, if you don't know, by the way, this is John and Justin and Scott. Just
It's
so
the
we can-
Adventures of Jut and Buddy.
Yeah, so they call him Big Sugar because his diet consists of sugar, pretty much.
And then occasionally some protein, but mainly sugar.
Yeah, but not much protein.
And no vegetables.
You don't eat
No.
a vegetable, though.
Oh no.
Boy,
Why
Christy
would you?
A'd be disappointed in you.
I love the T-shirt. She would.
She's
yeah.
gonna
Sorry,
be-
plant-based.
Sorry,
Plant-based.
Sorry. Yeah, there's a barbecue. There's a barbecue chain called Rudy's in Texas, and they have a T-shirt. I love it. Says, "I didn't climb my way up the food chain to eat vegetables."
Ooh.
I
Boy,
like
that's
that
frowned
t-shirt.
upon in some environments.
Yeah, I apologize,
but
but
yeah.
that's just my personal.
I understand.
That's
No,
my
I'm
creed.
not. Hey, I
my
ain't hating.
food creed.
I ain't hating. I didn't know we had to have a food creed.
No.
All right, so hold on. All right, so is there? That was a great tip Scott gave. Great tip.
Yes.
Yes.
Apoco tips for the
Apocalypse.
apocalypse.
Yes.
All right, so there's one. Do you have? You can don't have to give them all in the first couple minutes, but do you have another one? You better save a few because people may be tuning in just
Yeah.
for this.
Well, I will say also, I went to Home Depot yesterday, and they built a pallet wall around the entrance, and they have checkers now where they're checking you as you go into Home Depot.
Yes.
Checking you what?
They
the
want to know
COVID.
if you've had a fever. They want to know if you've been
What?
coughing,
That's true.
and if you have.
I was there this weekend. They didn't do that.
Started
They
it
started
on
it
Monday.
yesterday. There was literally, they had a little checklist out there, and she asked me, "Are you coughing, and have you had a fever?"
And you lied because you just coughed walking in here.
I didn't cough yesterday.
Thank God you got your 2x4 before the cough set in.
But I have no fever. But I
Well-
was able to get my house cleaning stuff.
Essentials.
Yes. to get
Whenever
the
you
mildew
walk in
off.
this building, and for this, I'm gonna start having the same checklist.
Can we put a tent out front? Like,
You might have to.
Yeah, they have it all blocked off with tents and everything, and you have to say, in Academy, it's one in, one out.
What? How do you mean one in, one?
They have you wait in line,
So
and
there's
you,
a number of
Yeah.
total number in the store, that
and so
they
you
want.
have to wait till someone comes out, then they let the next person in.
So if you're looking for, whatever you look for in Academy, what
hey,
would
the
that
only
be?
thing you're
I
buying
was
at
going
Academy.
for I was actually going for charcoal briquettes.
You wasn't bullets.
Yeah, I was going to say ammunition is the main thing you're going to buy at the old
Oh
Academy.
Lord! All right, so look, can I turn this thing to a positive
I thought all that was positive.
It's helpful to the societies.
It's Apoco tips.
for the apocalypse? Okay, that's fine, but let me go positive because I saw breaking news.
Yes.
Can we come on? I got more COVID breaking
Oh,
news.
I'm
we
sorry.
got
I'm
to
sorry.
get-
Hold
yeah,
on.
Yeah,
Cue
hold
it,
on.
cue
Yeah,
it
cue
up.
it. Here we go.
It's breaking news.
You're supposed to do COVID-19.
COVID-19 breaking news.
All right, Bossier schools donate all of their science equipment to Willis-Knighton hospitals. Did y'all see that?
No, I did not see that.
Okay, so the Bossier school system. Hold on, Scott. This is
Well, because I went to Bossier schools, and I'm just
Hey, well, not for
and
long.
not
You were
for long.
No,
homeschooled.
wait a
But-
second.
and it was-
you were homeschooled.
but I for a period of time.
How
I-
long?
You were Trinity Heights.
Yes.
So let's don't throw Bossier schools onto your resume.
Because neither one of us went to Bossier School.
No. Let's make sure we're clear.
How
on it.
long were you in the Bossier school system?
6 months.
Then you cannot make any comment.
No, stop. Just all you can say is I live in Bossier. No, you don't even,
You don't even
live.
no.
You live in Bossier
Bossier
Parish.
Yes, I do live in Bossier Parish.
Yeah, that's all.
All right, so that's all you can say. Hey, I live in. Don't say you went to school if you went there 6 months. There's rats that been there longer than that.
That's true. That is.
So now you can say, as a resident of Bossier Parish,
As a resident of Bossier
thank
Parish,
you. Uh-huh.
and as someone who attended Cope Middle School for 6 months, who took a science class from Miss Murphy. Hi, Miss Murphy.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna let you keep talking.
I'm just, I just wonder. Never mind. I'll be quiet.
That was all wasted.
Yeah, because like Elizabeth, we got Elizabeth
Elizabeth
Vance.
Vance.
She's
Yes.
a teacher. She's a
Fantastic
science,
science teacher.
Excellent.
yeah, excellent science teacher. What they figured out was, and this is really shocking. This is why I'm bringing you breaking news.
I
in
like
here.
this.
They said they realized that the schools had more equipment in some cases than some of the local hospitals, and so the parish came in and said, "Man, we need your equipment." I mean the hospitals. And they went and pulled their science equipment from the local schools.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. No, I mean, it's cool that they did it.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I was like, that's pretty cool stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Hey,
You got to get it from somewhere.
hey, I have some breaking news too.
Hold on. Is this
Oh,
COVID?
it is.
Hit the
Yeah,
button.
here you go.
Alright,
Ready?
alright.
Here we go. Hold on.
More breaking news on COVID-19 with John Hagler.
All right. So a lot of our listeners
Yes.
are small business owners.
Yes.
Right. Struggling right now.
That's an understatement.
$2 trillion act was signed last week.
We've heard it.
Right, you've heard of it, bunch of talk about that. But please know, small business owners, there is something called the payroll protection loan that's about to be available. I just got off the phone with a bank representative.
Ooh, I like that. We got this
This
is
is
a bank
fresh.
representative.
Bank
This is
representative.
like within minutes of
Yes,
knowing
fresh.
it.
I'm talking about this, wasn't 15 minutes ago, that within the next 7 days, these applications will be available, and you can apply for a loan that if you do not lay off any employees, you can get 8 weeks of payroll, benefits, rent, and utilities.
Wow.
And the loan is forgiven at the end if you can prove you didn't lay anybody off.
So what
Wow.
you're saying is, as long as we keep Scott on the payroll,
That's the only reason we're keeping Scott.
see,
Wow.
Scott,
Scott, you need to thank
congratulations.
the federal government.
Now, how
for
long
Thank
do we have to
you.
keep him though?
8 weeks.
8
No.
weeks.
Well, you have
No,
to have
no.
him. No, you get 8 weeks worth of
Yeah,
money.
but when are we free to fire him?
Probably in the fall we can get rid of him.
I need a definitive date.
I'll have to work on that
Yeah,
for
okay.
you.
Wow. If I can make it one more year, this will be the longest job I've ever
Come
had.
on, there it is.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. I think you're going. You might make it.
Well, all right. So let's talk about your parents then, because
Yes.
they're. We have a dad. That's shocking.
Yes.
We
Our-
did come from somebody.
Yeah, our mom has passed. Okay,
Yes.
she would have been high risk. Smoker.
Son,
Son,
diabetic.
She smoked them Misty, son, till she went down. Hit them all through the trailer, son.
Yeah. Funny story about that, just real quick.
Okay.
And I know mom's listening from heaven.
Yeah, she's probably
No,
she's talking to Jesus, going,
She is.
who gave those guys a mic?
No, she's in my trailer still.
Yeah,
No.
because for those of you that don't know,
this
Scott
is hold on.
lives-
This is classic. Nobody really. This is inside information.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
I bought your mom's trailer from you.
Yes, come on.
Yeah,
He's
that's
living
right.
where
I'm
Mama and
living,
Juju
living
live.
where Judy lived.
Yeah,
But
he-
every once in a while, that cigarette smoke will come out of nowhere, and I'll go, Judy,
Yep.
you here?
Don't you doubt it.
You think in heaven you can smoke,
Well, I imagine there's a smoking
or do you
section.
think she's in hell? That's what you're saying.
No.
Oh, no.
No,
If
I-
mom's in hell, we're all in trouble.
And for us two for sure,
Absolutely.
because she
That
was
a
way
giving
better
woman,
than us.
man.
Oh, yeah.
So
You talking
yeah.
about love the Lord.
So I
Wow.
don't think she can smoke. I don't think she can smoke in heaven.
I'm just saying. And then sometimes the cats will just look off into the dark room.
Yeah.
Hey, Judy.
Hey, Judy. I like the way he says Judy.
Hey, Judy.
Hey, Judy.
Yeah.
Well, you can call her.
So back to his
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
parents. though,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. So I was just saying, we don't have. I mean, we have a father. He's remarried. So
He
him and
is.
his new wife down in Gulf Shores.
Yeah, they live in Lillian, Alabama.
But it's
technically.
Gulf Shore, dude.
Not
it's-
really.
Well, it's close.
Yeah, it's
Anyway, he's staying home. He's trying to. But your parents are here in town.
Yes.
High risk in some ways because of
Both are extremely high risk.
their age and because of your dad has
My
existing
dad,
health problems.
Oh, lots of underlying health issues, and so does my mom. My mom has extreme asthma, which is a
So,
huge.
yeah.
so. Might I make a suggestion, Scott?
Yes,
Stay away from their
I
house.
have for 3 weeks now.
I
Yeah.
would stay away for like ever, maybe.
They may be just hoping this is it.
This is it. But my dad is still.
They
he-
if 5 years from now they say COVID, keep your distance. There's your sign.
there's your son.
Yeah,
If
go
they
like,
say it.
Yeah, but
Like
you're
Mom and
always
Dad.
yeah, you're always welcome in my house.
Oh,
Scott.
thank you.
Scotty Poo's always welcome. That's what Angie calls him.
Yes,
My
but
wife.
I will say my dad is he's a manager at LSU, and he's still going to work every day.
Well, I got breaking news. Give me some breaking news.
Oh,
Okay,
all right.
come on. When I say it,
Breaking news with Justin Hagler in the COVID crisis.
one of my very close friends,
Mm.
head of pediatrics. That may not be head of pediatrics, but I think he
He
is.
got promoted in your mind.
No, I think he is. Is that
You didn't
true?
fact check that.
I don't know. That's not fact checked. I won't give his name.
There's not a lot of
No.
facts.
Yeah.
He's involved in the pediatrics. Does that kind of get?
That
He's a
don't-
pediatric.
Can we say he works on the pediatric floor?
No, because he's more than a worker. He ain't like the janitor. He ain't up there sweeping the floor.
he's not
I-
the Scott
he's
Odom
not-
of
no, I can
pediatric.
promise you, he's a doctor. He has DR period in front of his name.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's-
So
mm,
got the COVID.
Oh,
oh,
no.
no.
Yes,
Wow.
in isolation. In the last report, I tried to call him before we got in here so I could get some breaking, see if I could get him to call in. But maybe that'll be next time.
Oh, that
Yeah.
would be fun.
Yeah, but really,
Not
he's
for him.
yeah, he's. I think he. I mean, I can text him now while we're sitting here just to see if he's up again. Maybe he was taking a nap.
I would.
Is he in isolation at his home? Or?
Let me give you his direct
He
quote
don't
here.
know. I can tell by the look on his face.
Let's see. Tested positive today. Is there any way I can help the Simple Church from my isolation bed?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, but how cool is that he's thinking of us while he's isolated?
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I mean, he's a great guy, but it really was a little shocking that, and he's a local. So I don't know. I just texted him and said, hey, man, I tried to call you. Call me later. So we'll try to catch up with him and see if we can get him to call in and say what's going on.
Yeah, my wife every morning looks at the COVID report that's attached to the Weather Channel, and she informed me this morning that so far no deaths in Bossier City.
Yay, go Bossier.
So,
Shreveport, not true.
so good.
Look, we're a community, man.
I understand, but I've just
Does it make you feel better? I mean,
No, I
does
don't
it
live
get
in
in your
Bossier.
mind? You're like, wow, man. Okay.
No, we're just sitting in Bossier right now.
Yeah, but
where
I think
this
it's-
podcast is being podcasted.
And the sad,
Is that a verb?
I don't know, but I mean, we're trying to lighten up because people need something entertaining to listen to. So we know that it's heavy out there. We
It
know
is.
they're serious. So don't think that we're trying to minimize this.
No.
We're trying to make it a little bit lighter. But the truth is we don't know what the worst is. We do know that they're building a mobile hospital locally. Do you
Really?
know that? Yes.
Hey, that's breaking news.
Oh yeah.
That's-
yeah.
Sorry.
Let's
Hold
get
on.
that one
Yeah.
more time.
One more.
We got to get one more in there. I like
Oh, there'll
it.
be a few more. I have a feeling.
Breaking news: mobile hospital being built.
That's,
By the way, hold on. Before we get to that, every time I do that, I'm like,
Why are you
death
grabbing-
gripping. I don't know.
you're scared to death of it because it's breaking news. You want to make sure you
That
get it
is an
right.
interesting physiological
Yeah,
response.
every
you're having.
time I grab this and I look straight for it.
But it's classic, though. I think it's well respected. But they're building a mobile unit.
Where?
Cannot tell you that.
It's top secret.
Yeah,
Or you
top
don't
secret.
know.
I don't know.
That's the difference between top secret
Yeah.
and not knowing.
Yeah, but I mean, I know it's happening.
There you
That's
go.
pretty cool. Is it going to be?
Not really.
Well, I don't know what else to say.
I would say that it is a.
Okay, so I saw and this is not breaking news. I mean, it's just news. The general, who is in charge of the entire country of building these facilities, has said that they are locating places all across the nation to open these hospitals for the how you would say this, the non-COVID patients.
Right.
So they're basically transporting or moving non-COVIDs into these makeshift facilities. So the Javits Center up in New York is one. The Seattle, where the Seahawks play, I don't know what that's called, but their home football field, they're using their concession areas.
So you
This-
get
this is-
nachos while you're getting treated.
Yeah, well,
Sign me up.
and he said that they don't, which is amazing to me. They've got contracts on 130 something buildings, I think. That's
Right.
what they were saying across the country, but they don't have enough right now. As it sits, they're saying. So I was just saying, breaking news for us, which is not true. So don't hit it yet. Is that convention centers, the arena here,
Right.
all of those things, just like when Katrina hit, they
Good.
may be turned into makeshift hospitals for the non-COVID-19.
Right.
The well-ish.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen
Non-COVID-19.
they've deployed the 2 Mercy ships?
Yeah.
Too.
Yes.
One on the East Coast, one on the West Coast. Them things are cool.
Oh, yeah. Breaking news. I got another
Oh,
breaking
well,
news. Here we go. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hold on, let me get. I gotta get in
That was
position.
one.
It's a good thing it's not live.
But it is.
It
not
is.
live.
I'm just, how do you say break? No, hold on. Hit the button. Hit the button, and then you do.
Breaking news.
There's a hand grip.
I got to do the hand grip. Oh wait, accents changed halfway
Yeah,
through
it-
that.
But why are you grabbing your seat?
Why do I do many of the things that I do?
We don't
Mysteries.
know.
Yeah, exactly.
Samaritan's Purse, who we work with
Yep.
a lot. That's who we do Operation Christmas Child with. We do disaster relief with. They're building a COVID-19 tent in Central Park as we speak.
In our Central Park.
We don't have a Central
No,
Park.
there's a Central Park school district. So
No.
it threw me for a
Come on, man.
I was like,
New York City.
Oh, that
you
part.
redneck. This is so. You knew what I was saying, Scott.
Yes, I did.
I did not. I
Central
apologize.
Park. Because that's a little different because they're building. They're putting non-COVID-19 patients into like Javits Center and everything else. but they're built. The Samaritan's Purse has built a tent that is actually screening and receiving COVID-19s in Central Park.
Yeah.
I like how you said COVID-19s. They're not even people anymore. They're just COVID-19s.
I think it's the Javits Center.
Javits.
I think it's Javits.
I don't know.
We'll check
I'm
that out.
sure
before-
Somebody, Mark Perkins, will
Hey,
know.
and all of these, we have how many podcast listeners do we have now? Because you were celebrated. This is a big deal.
We have now,
How many
as of
subscribers?
yesterday.
Yes.
We don't have that many. Please subscribe.
Yeah.
We don't
We
have
thank you for,
subscribers?
people are not subscribing,
They're
but they
afraid.
are
They're
downloading.
not prescribing? Is that what you
Yes,
just
they're
said?
not prescribing or subscribing.
They're probably afraid to actually put it on their phone.
Yeah.
They don't
except
wanna
one at
say.
a time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please subscribe today.
Yeah, so if they're listening, we want them to subscribe.
Yes. But we have now, as of yesterday, over 1,200 downloads.
Wow.
That's
Come
awesome.
on, let's break it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
We'll have to have-
you have an applause thing, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, give it a
I
clap.
don't know which one it is.
Let's
though.
just see.
Hold
They're
on.
not labeled.
No.
That ain't it. That's not it.
1,200 listeners.
not
Hit
it.
that one again. We have 1,200 downloads.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah, that.
That ain't it.
I think he checked.
That ain't it.
Crickets.
No, you don't have it.
I can't get the crickets to stop. There we go.
He can't even see the
Can
button.
you label that board before the next one?
They are labeled. I just have to.
No,
No, they're not.
Hold on.
Okay.
They're not labeled.
There's a way I can get.
Oh my god.
It's a miracle that we get this thing on the air.
It is. It really is.
A cough is coming, though. I'm telling you. I can see it in you.
I almost had a cough.
I can see it in your eyes.
Oh, there it goes.
There it
Mute
goes. Here it goes. Well, if you need to, there it is. Yeah.
Oh,
God, we're dead. It's over.
Oh my gosh.
This is it.
Oh.
COVID-19 hits us all. Takes out pastor and executive pastor.
Keep the dream alive.
And we all blame it back to the guy that we were almost going to fire.
Oh,
Yeah, thank God for the federal grant.
thank God.
Nah, I'm just kidding. All right. Other good news.
Yes, there we go.
Did y'all see the people that are dancing in the streets and stuff? All these viral videos are going out of these neighborhoods that are actually they're setting a set time. So let's say 5:30 p.m. We're going to play a song, and everybody comes out of their house and starts dancing, like to whatever it is, just to try to have some positivity in this time of.
Let me guess. Those aren't Caucasian neighborhoods mainly.
They ironically, you know,
Because
racist,
we're not really known for dancing very
they were
well.
all Caucasian to be
Really?
exact. Yes.
That's embarrassing because I don't think they're very good dancers.
Well, it was pretty. It was actually pretty good dancing.
You ever been to prom?
Yeah, John. Yeah. Unfortunately, my daughter won't.
So mainly
You had to bring up a sensitivity
So it's
issue.
mainly probably the ladies were dancing.
No, John.
Guys?
Yes,
I know guy I ever knew
Everybody.
grew up danced.
John. When you have been locked in your house, unlike us, because you're out getting essentials, air quotes. Some people are actually following the rules, and they're going, dude. If you give me 20 minutes outside, I'll do a jig, son. I'll get down and dance down right there in the middle of the street.
20 minutes, you get a jig.
And
That's a,
hey,
that's
there
a
was
pocket tip for
yeah,
apocalypse.
there was a 80-year-old guy out dancing in the streets.
He might need to get a fever check.
Well, he was tearing it up, and I said, "Man, go for it, dude. I love it."
There's
Yeah.
even a couple in New York that are dating, and they met during the COVID crisis. They haven't actually physically met, but they've met building to building and waved at each other from windows and exchanged love notes and everything.
So what you're telling me is,
Is
Scott,
there's hope.
There's hope.
There's always hope.
There was a guy that did a message on hope this last weekend.
I didn't watch. No, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
I know
I'm-
you didn't watch.
I
Trust me.
did.
But Scott, I'm telling you now, there might be just a lady right now listening that is going to be your dream woman. And all she is waiting to do is turn on this video that's on YouTube right now and go, let me
Yes.
just look at him. Just look at him.
Yes, we hope it's recording.
Yeah, well, I see a red light. I'm trusting it is.
Yeah.
But I'm believing for you.
Thank you.
I have hope. A
That's,
couple weeks
that's about
ago,
all I've got is hope.
hey, hope is not an explanation like I saw in my notes this past week. I turned in my notes and they switched my words around. Then I go, man, it's an expectation. I turned around and it says explanation. I'm like, no, it's not an explanation. That just proves we're not perfect.
We're not
We're
perfect.
working through it. Right?
Nobody
Every
is,
day.
though.
No, we're not. So here's the other positive.
I like positives.
I'm trying to give y'all some positive today because I took some notes of things that
Because you admitted to us the first half of the 60 Minutes almost took you down Sunday night.
It's pretty rough, man. Okay, speaking of that, I walk in last night, and Angie, we're at the table, we're going to eat dinner. And by the way, I got a tomato issue that every time I eat tomatoes, something is bad wrong.
Why would you keep eating them?
Because I think that it's not tomato. I love pizza. She made lasagna last night, and I was like, oh, why wouldn't I eat lasagna?
Why wouldn't you?
So I sit at the table, and I eat it, and I enjoy it. Me and Ian go upstairs, my son, to watch the Live Aid. He's never seen Live Aid. 1985, July 13th.
I remember that.
I do not.
Pretty fascinating to watch that old video because it's like almost a VHS, but it's a DVD thing. But anyway, we're up there watching all that, and I'm like,
So you know the definition of insanity.
I ain't feeling good, Ian. And he's like, what's wrong? I think it's the tomatoes.
You know the definition of insanity.
Keep doing the same thing.
Expecting different results.
I've heard of it. But what I'm saying is I think now it's confirmed. I think I have a tomato issue.
I would say you do.
Okay, so now
as a doctor myself, I would say
thank you, Dr.
Odom, Dr. Hagler.
Yes, thank y'all.
We are confirming.
Okay, so I'm going to try to stay away from tomatoes. But I love tomatoes, too. A fresh spring tomato sliced with a little salt.
Yes.
Ooh, son.
Yes.
That's good.
That is
Moving
very
on.
good.
Yes.
So we sit down, we're eating dinner or whatever, and I'm telling Angie what we're going to do this Wednesday for the doctors and the nurses or whatever. Well, and we'll talk about that. She just breaks down. I mean, so Hannah and Ian and Emma, all my kids are just staring at her. And I'm talking about not like a little tearful, like, oh, that's sweet what we're going to do. I'm talking about almost uncontrollable.
Wow.
And so I'm trying to eat my lasagna. And so I'm like, honey, you all right? She can't pull out of it. She's just, whoa. And so my kids were starting to laugh at her. And she goes, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I just watched the 60 Minutes thing earlier that Daddy told me to watch, which, my bad.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I'm thankful that we're going to do something for the doctors and the nurses in our community. And now, I'm an old guy. I watch 60 Minutes because it's very informative.
It is.
It gives you up-to-date, more information than a news blurb. It gives you the story behind the news
You like
blurb.
story.
Well, who don't? It's America. I mean, you're trying to want
It's
story.
America.
Yeah, so,
Stories are just America? Or
well,
'cause
primarily.
other countries have stories too.
I don't think they like them, though. I think they just, it's not like here. We're a story-driven, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been around the world, like in Africa, they don't even talk about them.
Yeah, their stories.
Honduras, no, there's no story. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying that in America, we tend to love the story. Okay. So,
I think that comes from Paul Harvey.
yeah, the rest of the story. That's not a good
And
one.
Mike Rowe now. He's the modern day Paul
yeah,
Harvey.
He is.
Why is he the modern day?
He's got a podcast now.
Called the modern day Paul
No.
Harvey? I don't think
But
so.
he admitted that it was inspirational
Yes.
in the
Right.
creation
I love Mike Rowe.
of his podcast.
Mike Rowe's funny, dude.
Yes,
he is
he is.
funny.
We wish he could get him as a guest.
It's called
All 100 people would love it. All 4 subscribers would think that was awesome.
Ray Wood. It probably would jump up in subscription.
I
I
bet
would
it
hope
would.
so.
Yeah, if
He
you have a
is the
special
man.
guest like that, maybe we'll get some special guests. Anyway, what I was saying is I think when you realize what they were going through and how difficult that is, I understand now the effect, even like on Angie. Everybody's handling it in different ways. Like just me mentioning that we were going to try to do something positive really took her down to a whole nother level. But that's the tension that we're in. You can be fine one moment and then a story, or you hear something personal, or you have a connection to someone. So I asked her after she composed herself, like, what was it that kind of brought that out of you? And she's just like, you just think about, we don't think about really what they're going through and the risk that they're putting their families at for us.
They're on the front lines, man.
And so she goes, I just am very grateful that they're doing that. I mean, anybody in our community, and of course the New York, the 60 Minute special is on the New York, and it's a heavy, true.
It's the epicenter.
It's the epicenter, and it's just talking about. And they're going, well, and then we get the CNN report this week that we're 3rd on the American list.
Yep.
New York,
This area.
New York, New Orleans, and then Shreveport, Bossier. I'm like, what? But anyway, I don't think we're there yet, but we could be there.
Right.
But what was cool was I said, well, here's what we're going to do. So let me tell you what we're going to do. So in case you're listening and you want to be a part of Wednesday night, what is that date? I don't even know what the date is. Anybody have any idea?
That would be April 1st.
I don't. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Boy.
You're right, Scott.
Scott.
Look at you. You might get to work
Look
through
at him. He
December.
raised his eyebrows like he is a doctor of calendars.
We might
now.
keep you through December now.
Yay.
April 1st at 6:30. Well, actually from 6:15 to 7:15. We're going to ask that if you're able to, if you'd like to, we're going to go to every hospital in the area. That means the Veterans Hospital, the Highland Hospital, all the Willis-Knightons, Shumpert, all of those hospitals, and we're going to ask you to stay in your car, but park in the parking lot, and at shift change, so from 6:15 to 7:15, as you see someone walking in a nurse uniform or a doctor's uniform or walking out of the hospital, we're going to give them an applause by honking our horns. And we're asking families to make signs and hold them out just to thank them for what they're doing for us, because there are a lot of people battling in our local area, and it is exhausting and it is tiring. So it's just going to be a way to encourage them. That way there's no risk to you and your family. You stay in your car. You're not getting exposed to anyone else. But you can encourage these people who are risking their lives for us every day. So you don't have to sign up. You don't have to do anything. You just show up. We want people to turn their hazards on so that we know who they are, and then again, when you start hearing the honking or you see someone, then let the honking begin. It's like a way just to clap them on or applaud them. Now, here's the cool breaking news. Give me some COVID breaking news on this. Are you ready? Here it is.
COVID breaking news.
Yes, we got an exciting partnership with the Miracle radio station. And we are going to go live at 6:15 tomorrow night to 7:15 live, and I will be talking to everybody simultaneously to encourage them that they're doing the right thing. So if you're going out, then you tune your radio to the Miracle 89.1. I believe that's correct. I better make sure.
Get them on the right channel, bro.
Well, I mean, I like to make sure that it is 89.1, the
there.
Miracle.
Look at you.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to play the Waymaker song. It's just an encouraging song that they're making a way for us, but it's going to be on repeat. So that for that whole hour, everybody can turn their radios up and be able to be like a parking lot speaker by playing those all at the same time. And then when that song gets over, I'll again go, man, y'all are doing great. Thank you to all the doctors, the nurses that are helping us. And then at 7 o'clock sharp, we're going to pray over every hospital simultaneously by having people in the parking lot, and I'll lead them in a corporate prayer for all of our doctors and our nurse and our medical professionals out there to let them know that we're thinking about them, praying for them.
That's
awesome.
cool.
Come on, man. Come on. Give us a
good.
little
Yeah, there's a clap button on there somewhere.
There
You
is.
don't know where it is.
It could be crickets if he hits it right now,
That's
which
right.
is not
He's
encouraging.
going to label it
Wait,
by next time. Watch.
No,
No,
that's
not
the
it.
disappointed. That would be
That's-
disappointed.
That's how we feel about you not labeling that board.
Well, it's labeled by color, and I just haven't memorized the colors.
That's a problem.
But you
Wouldn't
knew.
you rather just have like a sticker that says
Clap.
applause,
Yeah.
sad,
Crickets. Yeah, but hey,
weird sounds?
So, that's the good news. That is tomorrow night, 6:15 to 7:15. Only takes an hour. If you want to make the signs with your kids, do all that. But show up at whatever closest hospital that you'd like to.
Closest?
Yeah, I do a lot of closest. It's hey, you know what I'm saying, man. It's the closest.
Closest. Not closest.
The hospital that is
Nearest.
nearest you in proximity.
Ooh.
Proximity.
I
Yeah.
like that.
So, but anyway, and remember the Miracle 89.1. All right.
Now, I got a question for you, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to answer.
So this meltdown that Angela Dawn had,
Ain't you know?
was there any other contributing factors
No.
over the weekend that maybe had her a little bit?
Nope.
I think you're forgetting an event that happened in your household this weekend that was a little
Yeah, but
stressful.
I don't think that was it. I mean, we can go into the dog story if you want to go on the dog story.
I think.
But by the way, he's still not right. So if there's a vet out there, call me. Let me know. I don't think he's still legit. All right, so I got not one dog. I got 4 dogs now. So we're redneck Benton.
Yeah.
But we're breeders, guys.
You've had one round.
Culpeper Creek Vieseless.
Yep.
All right, so we're breeders.
Are you gonna keep 2 out of every package?
God, I hope not. You almost made me cuss the second time in a podcast. You're pushing it today.
I'm sorry.
Maybe it's the tension. Maybe it's
It started with Scott, to be
yeah,
fair.
yeah. Scott almost, but dog having more
Look,
than
he can't even get it
no,
out. Look
having
at
more dogs is out.
him. Okay.
But I can guarantee you that. I can promise. There ain't no way.
It's documented now.
Oh, Angie would. She would be cussing with me and agreeing that there ain't no more than the 4. But Cosmo is the original. He's the daddy. He's the man.
He's the stud.
He's the stud, son. I'm talking. And
Isn't that the technical term?
I can tell you, technical and legit.
Right.
All you gotta do is just look at that dude. No, he's a stud. So he's getting a little gray. I've grown my beard. Have y'all noticed I've grown my beard out? This is my
Yeah.
COVID beard.
I couldn't see it for
I
the
like
first
it.
week, but now I see it.
Well, so me and Cosmo, we both got gray coming in. Mama likes it.
On Cosmo and you.
So I'm just trying to tell y'all, Mama likes it.
Okay.
I don't think she really does.
No,
I'm trying
they
to
just say that.
I don't even think she said a word about it.
Yeah, that's
But,
like
hey,
when,
it's
when you see like a muscle-bound guy and they go, "I just think that's disgusting."
And in their mind,
They're
they're
lying.
they're lying.
They're lying.
That's like us looking at something else and telling them it's not really attractive. You're lying.
Oh, like, don't give any details. It's like us looking at that door frame over there thinking that's attractive. And
I'm just
Or a
saying.
brand new Z28.
Hey, but Angie, she threw herself under the bus this past week doing the live announcements. By the
Yeah,
way,
y'all
we
got a
are
little
going
weird on that.
We're going 30 minutes before.
When you call your wife a cougar live,
Yeah, but it's what she
that's
is.
weird.
Well, I'm not. She's not technically a cougar because I'm as old as she. I'm older
No,
than her.
you said she was a cougar because she liked a younger person.
Yes, she was talking about Ben Backus, which one of our friends. He's
Right.
one of the musicians for King and Country. And all of a sudden, we're just talking, and this is in her spirit. It was deep in her soul. She came out, that little cutie. I said,
Yeah.
and I couldn't help but front her on that live on TV.
Probably would have done it later. But
No. Why let that slip out her mind? I'm like, hey, you talking about him being a cutie? What's up with that? Oh, I'm not meaning it that way. That was once again one of them lies.
I think it all goes back to the dog situation.
Well, it might have been.
Because there was some fatigue in the Hagler household.
Well, all right, so Cosmo, we're going back to my cougar wife liking how cute Ben is, but that's another issue. We'll shelf that. I couldn't even get it out.
What do you
Shelve
do?
it.
Shelving it.
I mean, we'll put it on a shelf and come back to it.
I got you.
So, Cosmo, he just ain't acting right. I can just tell he ain't square.
He's not himself.
No, he's not. And he started doing this shivering thing. So finally, I don't know if y'all know this, but to get a temperature of a dog, the only way to do that is the old thermometer up the old rear end.
oh, that's fun.
So the best part of that is we have the thermometer, and we're kind of holding him, and we have inserted it into the anal, into the
I'm
anal.
sorry I brought
People-
this up.
No,
People are
hold
getting
on.
way more
No,
than they
this is
bargained
classic. This is probably one of the
I'm
funniest things
sorry.
I had told y'all. So we're sitting there, and it's taking a minute. It's one of them one of them little,
Oh.
you have to wait a minute.
Yeah.
And Cosmo just got his eyes looking at me like, man, this ain't right, bruh, But right in the middle of it, all the kids are gathering around because we were right in the middle playing the game Risk.
Uh-huh.
And he came in, he just didn't look right. And so we had to abort our game. We were like, everybody hold up. Let's see what's going on with him. But all of the kids, the thermometer looks exactly like the ones the kids use. I don't know if it was Ian or Emma or Hannah. One of them go, Mom? And she's like, Angie's so serious. She was in, yes, honey. And is that our thermometer? Because right before Angie said, Emma, go get the alcohol so I can clean this thing off. And I'm thinking in my mind too. I'm like, forget Cosmo. Is that my thermometer?
Oh,
In the kids' faces, it went from, man, I ain't worried about my dog. I'm worried about the next time I'm sick.
Might want to label them suckers.
gosh.
But that's when Angie, so we didn't know. So Angie goes, no, this is the dog thermometer. And we're like, well, it looks just like ours. How would we know? Well, she turned it over and showed it to us, and it's stored in a separate location. So she's sharp.
They got a label on it?
Yes, it has a label on it. It has
Okay.
dog.
Kind
It's
of like
writ-
that board over there.
Yes, it's written dog thermometer, so that you can find the right button like Scott can.
yeah.
So it just gives you the idea. Anyway, after all of that, we have to take him to the darn emergency. There's only one emergency room for dogs, and that's in Shreveport.
Mm-hmm.
From Benton, that's a long way.
It is.
This is now like 10 o'clock at night.
Saturday night.
Saturday night. So, which is not a good idea when
not a
you
good-
get up and have to.
Yeah.
But now the good news is you're doing it live. You're preaching live. I mean, there's nobody in the
You've
room.
always preached live.
Yeah.
Just for the
Yeah, I
record.
guess I do.
Just want to make sure
Yeah.
you knew
Yeah.
that.
I didn't realize that, but
Yeah,
yeah, I do
yeah.
now. But there's nobody in the room, so I was like, and we're
That's
only
different.
doing one, so
Right.
we're not doing three, and so it's a little easier. Well, we're actually doing two, but anyway, that's not important. But
Wow.
the end of it, what was crazy is as we go through that, there was an admission that he could have eaten raisins. That this could be the problem. Now, I don't know that most people know this because y'all didn't know this.
I didn't
Even
know
dog owners in the office yesterday didn't know this. A raisin is poisonous to a dog.
Did not know
I
that.
did not know that.
Yeah, it's like same way than ibuprofen. Hold on, this is a tip
Wait.
for the apocalypse.
Wait, hold on,
Yeah.
hold on, wait.
A pocket tip.
Hold on, give me a. This is a.
It's an Apoco tip in the apocalypse.
This is yes. Breaking news: raisins and ibuprofen are both toxic to a
You
dog.
forgot one more. Antifreeze.
Antifreeze. Well, that's,
I think antifreeze is toxic to anything other
Except
than an
for-
engine.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, but in antifreeze, I've had, and unfortunately, Cosmos had 4 incidences. He's eating an ibuprofen in my truck, which we had to rush him to the doctor.
Your fault.
That was on me. Eating raisins, one on Emma and one on Angie, and then been bitten by a snake twice. So
I
he's
think
had
I
a pretty
would
rough
move
run.
If I was Cosmo,
Golly.
for his own safety,
Well, it's his own fault,
he
though.
needs to run away.
Like, he jumped in my truck, and I had one ibuprofen in my console.
Mm-hmm.
This is before I knew it was really a problem. That joker, I mean, it was gone, man. I was like, man, what did he just eat? And Angie said, what did you have in your console? I was like, I think it was an ibuprofen. Time, didn't know it was a problem. And I think Emma, our smartest, goes, I think that's toxic to a dog. Now, we didn't even know raisins were toxic to a dog till Emma told us. So we thought, he's big. He'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? So then we called the vet, and they're like, no, he ain't going to be all right. And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, when did he eat whatever? You know, we're like, so in the earlier ones, it was a short amount of time. So this is another a tip. This is a pocket. Go ahead and hit me. I got another tip for you. This is another pocket tip.
An Apoco tip in the apocalypse.
Okay.
Number 2.
I don't think it's number 2, by the way. I think it's like number 6. But
Yeah.
if a dog eats something it ain't supposed to eat, and I don't know if this works on humans, probably not, but on a dog, a spoonful of hydrogen peroxide in milk makes them throw their guts up.
I do
I
not
think-
recommend a human try that.
No, I'm
I-
not.
I can say that you can ingest small amounts of hydrogen peroxide because they actually suggest that if you
Hold on.
Wait,
hold on.
wait, let me
Please
finish.
disregard. Hold on. I'm just making sure we're legally covered.
Yes.
This is not medical advice
do not
for
try
pets
this at home.
nor humans.
no, because
we're just talking.
You can instead of mouthwash, you can use hydrogen peroxide.
I would just say let's just go.
But you're not ingesting it, Scott.
No.
Well,
that would
you're
be
swishing
swishing
it.
it.
Yes, but anytime
Now,
you
if
do
you,
that,
if you drink your, whether that's whatever, Listerine, whatever, we're going to talk after the podcast.
I'm not drinking it. I'm just saying anytime you,
You
do
said
that,
ingest.
anytime you do that, there's a little bit you're going to
oh,
ingest.
but
Oh,
trace
come on.
amounts.
I'm throwing it out there.
Yeah, throwing it up out there.
Yeah. I can tell you, we've given, when he ate raisins another time, I don't remember, we gave it to him. You ain't never seen nothing like that. It don't take long.
Did he yak?
Yeah. But so I thought,
I can
so
picture it in my head.
So the other night I thought, hey, let's just get. And she's like, oh no, I think it was like a day ago. Not a good.
That's a game changer.
That's a game
Oh,
changer. So the
that's not
only thing you can do then is you rush them to the emergency room, $613. Who's counting? In the middle of a COVID apocalypse,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Yes.
Yeah.
You now have serious issues.
Yeah.
We got a
I think
$600.
that all contributes to just the general state of.
I don't think she was
weariness.
really that worried about it because she came in, she was fine. I made a mistake of telling her to watch the 60 Minutes
You did.
because it's for her. It was
Well, she has a
the
heart.
dog. Yeah. Yes, thank God Angie has a
If
heart.
you have a heart, don't
And-
watch any of this stuff.
and
Yeah.
eyes, because she knows what to look for. Look at what she picked. Say
Wow.
something. I didn't think you
I-
could. That's beauty.
Oh, there's stuff I want to say, but
That's beauty.
Yeah, she knows.
yeah.
So
Wow.
the truth in all of that was all of the drama and all, she was kind of internalizing that it was her fault. The truth is, I had the ibuprofen in the console before. Emma's left it out. It just was an accident. So she just
Right.
was walking through that. But then he was feeling a little bit. We had to give him IV. He had got all this fluid and blah, 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 blah. No big deal, really, compared to what everybody else is going through. But then I think when she saw the 60-minute special of what people really are going through,
Right.
you're right. Maybe that was the
I think
nail that, or the thing that pushed her over the edge or whatever. But it was pretty heavy.
That,
Not the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, you don't
No,
want to say that.
No,
No.
but I got bad news.
How about the last straw?
Yeah, it was. I like they said straw.
Yeah, I wanted to emphasize that.
Yeah, I think the bad news is I don't think he's feeling right yet.
Uh-oh.
So we gave him all his fluids and everything, and he kind of bounced back, but he ain't legit. He was still shaking
it
last
may
night.
take a while.
Yeah,
I would
don't-
just like to say that I'm a pet owner, and you are a way better pet owner than I, because I told both my cats that if anything happens to them, good luck.
Well, but now, ironically, speaking of that, we've had friends, no names, that have spent
Your
a lot
friends
of
don't have names?
these. If that's
Oh, they remaining nameless.
Yeah, remaining nameless. That
Gotcha.
spent a lot of money on a surgery for a dog, and we had the discussion after this discussion. So while we're driving to the vet at 10:30, and she's feeling bad, and I'm worried, and she's worried, and we're trying to work through that, I said, "All right, what's our number?" And Angie looks at me. She goes, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Well, we got to have a number of what that dog's worth in the back seat, because we got 3 others to replace him in the backyard. So I'm just making sure that me and you don't get out of square on how much we're going to spend on this dog, because he's my dog. I mean, everybody in the
really
house,
is.
everybody in the house says it's my Cosmo's kind of my dog, but I love him, but I don't love him like $5,000 worth." I mean, there's a number.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. We did come up with our number. I won't put a value on the air of what we thought he was worth, because he's priceless in our little hearts.
Until
But
that
our
bill
wallets
comes back.
are not.
Yeah, the wallet don't necessarily
No,
connect.
they don't. So he met the threshold. He didn't cross
Well,
the
that's good.
threshold.
That's
Yeah,
good.
that's
So-
because you limited him to one night stay at the hospital.
Yeah, and I did give him that. I said, called back, said, "Well, he might." I said, "No,
He's a
no,
one-nighter.
he needs to come on to the house, and we'll figure it out from there."
That's probably why he's not 100%.
That's probably why
right
he's
now.
shaking today. He's like,
He got released early.
he's like, "I ain't feeling good, Pop." You shake it off. You shake back.
He feels $600 good. Is
Yeah,
what he
he
feels.
does, but hey, and I don't.
Oh, that's still.
I feel bad. $600. Golly. I mean, that's the last thing we need to spend money on.
I understand.
A washing machine breaks too. I didn't tell y'all this.
Oh no!
Oh,
This is breaking
no.
news.
Oh,
COVID-19 breaking
yeah.
news.
Oh yeah.
Washing machine breaks in the Hagler household.
That's a problem if you're trying to. When you have 5 people living there and
Yeah.
4 dogs, that's 9 living
Creatures.
That
Nine.
Good math. That's the best math you've done
Yes.
since we did this podcast.
And Allred's impressed. So
She is.
that's the whole point is we have to have a washer. So I got to give it up for Big Daddy. He came over. That's our dad, our grandfather, the kid's grandfather. He came over and installed a washing machine when I wasn't there yesterday.
That's awesome.
He was being kind. He was doing good.
That's good.
And it's an old school washing machine. And Angie was this is why I know it wasn't a bad day. She was dancing and praising the Lord when I walked in the back door.
Kind of like out in the driveway, like those people at 5:30.
Yes, and I said, what's so joyous? You know, what is this joyous occasion that we're celebrating? She said, "Come look at our washer." And I walk in there, and it's like a 1940s model, right?
Oh, wow.
She
Like
said,
a washboard and a bucket.
yeah, like a bucket and a washboard. And she goes, "This machine is awesome. It's rusty, got all just, it's ghetto." And I said, she goes, "It washes in 10 minutes."
Yes. 'Cause
Remember the
yeah,
old
yeah.
school, though?
Wow.
That's because y'all went fancy dancy.
No,
though.
we did, John.
You went front load.
No, we did not. We
You
do
had
not,
a front
We do
loader.
not have front loaders.
You had one.
We
though.
do not have front
But
loaders.
you had one.
Like 5 years ago.
Okay.
But
'Cause
this
I
is
remember.
Yeah, but this is any modern washing machine now
Takes a minute.
takes too long.
Oh, I got one. I know. I got a digital one now. It's
It's not.
frustrating.
Ours wasn't even digital. Even the new one wasn't digital.
Really?
No, it's the click, 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 click. And then our dryer, which is just neck down, takes 2 dry loads to get the thing dry.
Y'all know why this is happening to
It's
you.
all that electrical power bull
It's
and
water
all the green.
conservation.
Well, listen, I understand. I'm all for that, saving the earth, except for in my house on my washer and dryer.
So you have the NIMBY principle.
I don't even know what
Not
it
in my
about.
backyard.
Not NIMBY. I like
I'm not
that.
saving water in my backyard.
Well, no, I had a ghetto pool that we tried to fill up. Now, it rained a little bit, thank you, Jesus, so we got an inch or so in there.
Yeah.
I was about 14 inches short of where it needed to be.
So
but if I prayed for my pool to get full, we'd be flooded out.
yeah,
The whole
Oh,
Shreveport
my
Bossier would be
gosh.
flooded out. But so I was not
that was
trying
very
to.
selfless of you.
Yeah, I was trying.
stop
I said,
that prayer.
I just said, Lord, don't fill my pool to flood everybody else out. We have that ghetto above ground pool too, by the way.
You know, God could put a cloud just right over your pool.
He could do anything,
He
John.
can, because he's capable.
Because he's supernatural,
He
as
is.
I told y'all yesterday, as I was working through that. I mean, it really is true. You
Yeah.
know, it's like it's everyone we always look at the natural, but
Yeah.
everything about him's supernatural. But we won't get into that. That'll be a message for a Sunday morning.
Yeah, save that. You may need that one.
I might need it this week when I'm trying to figure out what I'm talking about because I was 5 weeks ahead, and then COVID hit,
Yep.
and
You'll
every
never
lesson.
do that again. will you?
No, that was it. That was the
'Cause
experiment.
Your team had talked you into.
No, they didn't really talk me into it. They just
No. They
pressured
lobbied.
me.
They lobbied.
They pressured me.
I was not on that team.
But they were like, we just need to get like. So I'm in there just that little computer.
There was smoke coming off.
Smoke
the
coming
keyboard.
off the keyboard, getting 5 messages ahead, and trying to get all the Lego. I won't
He
even.
almost cussed again.
Like,
right
yeah,
Anybody want any Legos real cheap?
yeah. We got a Lego series, and it's Easter, and we're going, man, and I'm laying all this stuff out.
We're having a tailgate sale on Lego.
Yeah, and COVID strikes, and the next thing you know, there ain't a message done that makes sense.
Nope.
That's why you don't get 5 weeks out. Put that out there to all the preachers. I heard there's a preacher, some of them are a year ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. How in the world can you be a year ahead
They're
knowing what's
probably
going
not
on?
telling the truth.
Well, they probably
Well,
not.
you open that Bible up and you look at the date and what you
Well,
have
you know-
written down. That's
You
your.
know how they're a year ahead?
How?
They pull out the sugar stick.
Hey,
Don't
now.
get Scott back
That's how
on
they
the
do
sugar
it.
stick.
They reach down in that
Yo.
file
Yeah.
and they go, they ain't heard this
That
one in a while.
Hey, Scott, your mama got on to you.
She did. She did. She did not appreciate the woman of ill repute. If you're listening, Paula.
And I said, that was too
I
much.
feel bad because I had them on my kitchen counter and I forgot them, but I was going to bring y'all some sugar sticks today.
I was thinking.
I had cinnamon
hold on.
ones.
I'm not a big
I
cinnamon
know.
sugar guy.
We lost him.
Because I was thinking, because I just said woman of ill repute, and John he said, I got 3 on my counter.
Teresa don't have an issue with that.
To be clear, I'm talking about the candy.
There's
Yes.
Big Shug coming through.
That's
again.
right. I got a pantry full of sugar.
Hold on though. How many of those sticks did you buy?
Now, to be fair, my wife bought them.
Ah, so
But
she
it's
bought.
Scott's fault.
It
Because
is.
Because the
It's my
last time
fault.
we went to Boot Hill Speedway, which, man, it's killing me they're not racing.
There
right
ain't.
now. Okay.
That's low on the pole of what really is out there that needs to be happening.
it's-
Boot Hill, I'm for it. I'm just saying it's low.
Yes. But when we went out to the Cracker Barrel before the Boot Hill, Uncle Scott, Uncle Odie, bought all of us
I did.
sugar sticks.
I did.
We got to pick our flavor.
That's a sweet.
It was.
I can be
And then he got in
sweet.
the back of the line and paid for everybody to get one. Well, my
Oh.
wife liked the cinnamon one so much that she went on the interwebs
Yeah.
and bought a case of them.
That's a lot of sugar sticks.
So I got a case of sugar sticks.
I don't
in
have
my
a case
pantry.
of sugar stick sermons. I need to work on that.
Yes, you do. You'd be a year ahead if you
Mate,
had one.
can you buy those on Amazon?
I bet
Because I
you
might
can.
need to look on
Somebody's
Amazon.
You
selling
can.
them.
You
Yeah.
can. Yeah. I
Oh,
looked
yeah.
up I actually looked up the company, and you can, but it's all in bulk. That is true.
I'm talking about sermons, not sugar.
Oh, I'm
We
sorry.
lost him there.
I was down a sugar hole there, or a sugar burrow.
Sugar Burrow.
I don't know how much time. You may check our time.
we're
I
at
don't-
54 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're way.
my phone went out.
All right, so here's the other thing, though. We got to go back to
54, 52.
All right, let's go back to Easter because then
We got to get this done.
Yeah, because we got to. I
Sorry.
got to. But I do have one other thing. Maybe they won't care.
This will be long form.
Yeah, this is
today.
long.
This is long form.
Yeah, we don't have a time limit. This
Look,
is
everybody's
COVID.
at home, dude.
This is
Yeah.
COVID.
All right. So first, before I go into Easter, let me go. Did y'all hear about the pastor that got arrested in Florida?
Oh gosh.
This is the gospel.
Oh man. I did
Hey,
not hear about
breaking
this.
news. This is
Okay.
breaking news. Get it in.
COVID-19.
Yeah.
Breaking news: pastor arrested in Florida.
All right.
C4.
Yeah. This is no joke.
Okay.
Okay. Refused to not meet and kept his church going. Had over 1,000 people at his service. Wow. And they came in and arrested him.
Good for them.
Good for him.
I know, and this is why it's on USA Today. I mean, I don't know. Somewhere I don't like I said, I ain't hating on the church. I'm not saying that they're, but it's like, come on, y'all, we got to be better than that.
That's not being part of the solution.
Yeah, no, that's not. Florida megachurch pastor arrested for holding service defying social distance orders.
Which is now
Tampa,
30 feet.
Tampa, Florida. They've arrested the pastor of megachurch. Detective held 2 Sunday services with hundreds of people. Violated a safer at home order in place to prevent the spread. He had a $500 bond. There's his picture.
Wow. He looked like he has the COVID.
He don't look
He
happy.
don't look good.
He don't look happy, poor fella. But anyway, it says they did not comply with the administrative order regarding the 6-foot distancing. So they came in, the sheriff said,
Boom.
not today. They said, not in my county, son.
Wow.
Yeah. So then it says something about, I was reading real fast, it says, churches in Ohio, Kentucky, and Louisiana have continued to invite worship to recent days as at least a half a dozen states offer some degree of exemption for faith in their orders to shutter non-essential activity during the pandemic. So what they're saying is there's just some confusion because they're going, well, I thought, you don't have to. Now, that's why I'm about to go into what we're going to do.
Yeah, but just for the record.
Yeah.
There's no confusion on gathering
I'm just-
large groups of people.
I'm stating.
I know there's legal exceptions that you could fight, but come on, guys.
Well,
Well,
there's a church in New Hampshire, Connecticut, one of those northern states that's actually suing the state for the right to meet, which is a bit silly.
Well, my point on all that is, which again, it got serious
It
quick.
did. Wow.
We
Sorry,
went from.
sorry.
I didn't realize y'all were going to be so strong on
we
your
went
stance.
went from the sugar hole to the
Sugar Burrow.
Burrow.
Sugar Burrow.
Sugar Burrow. We're going to get into the bunny because he's going to be here in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Ooh, yes, he is.
We're going to celebrate the
I love
resurrection,
Easter.
and we're still having the Easter bunny. But
Yes.
we're going to get into that. But my point being, it is crazy, and hopefully, prayerfully, the one in Louisiana was down south, Baton Rouge.
It
I think
was.
the guy said, I'm going to still meet, it don't matter. We're not meeting because we believe it's the right thing and the safe thing to do. So I know it's a little frustrating. Hopefully the podcast is helping you. Hopefully, the things that we're putting out online are helping you, the daily devotionals. And there's a lot of stuff out there. Obviously, this is not a devotional.
No.
The podcast
That's a
is,
separate deal.
yeah, this is more fun.
Yes. Which
All right.
my devotional will be up today. Can't wait to see how that's going to turn
Ooh.
out.
Yeah.
You have, now,
Can you give us like a little?
do you
like-
have a sugar stick in there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
Wait a second. That pause. That pause.
That's a tail.
No, that pause right there means I don't know what I'm doing.
no,
yet.
I do. I know exactly
you
what
do?
I'm going to be talking about. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You just give us a little
It's
sense.
like a
well, I
snippet.
can't. I'm going to have to look up the verse because I keep forgetting it.
Maybe I know it.
But it's, well, yeah, everyone, it's a very famous story.
Was
It's-
it John
it's-
3:16?
No, it's not
That's
John
for God so
3:16.
loved the world, Scott.
No, it's
gave his
it's
only
when
begotten Son.
Jesus was in the boat with the disciples during the storm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
like
a
it.
classic.
Yeah.
That's a classic. That's
is a
going to preach
classic.
right there. Sugar
hope
stick.
so.
How long is your devotional going to be? What will we look forward to?
Hopefully more than 5 minutes.
Well, we're trying to keep them pretty short.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I want to be honestly though. I really want to be 5 to 8 minutes as long
That's
as
a
I
perfect
think
target,
That's
Scott.
going to be great, Scott.
Yeah.
I'm
I can't
looking forward
wait.
to it. Oh, man, I'm
Yeah.
looking
Well,
forward to it.
I told
You can get them on YouTube, by the way. Our
Yes.
YouTube,
Yeah.
Simple Church
YouTube channel.
YouTube
yes.
channel.
And Facebook.
Facebook
Facebook,
also.
Yeah, okay.
We have still problems with Facebook because they don't like everything we do.
No.
So
Who
they'll
does?
kind of bump. Well, there's a lot that don't like everything we do, but who's get in line? But Facebook may be at the front of the line.
Yeah.
And then YouTube, they don't. It's because we use different videos and we use things from the the world, whatever that is, media. We're using, I don't know what you call
Thanks,
that.
things that exist.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
What's
Whoa.
going
That's
on over
breaking
there?
news from Pat. Oh, somebody.
Oh, yeah, that is from the bank.
That's from the bank.
Breaking
Hold on,
news.
hit it. Let's see if he's going to update us. Maybe that'll come in.
Breaking news from the bank.
From the bank.
All right, so our bank is asking for us to be prepared to provide the necessary documentation. They are ready.
Ooh, see, there you
you
go.
go.
Already.
All
So
right,
if you're
so-
a small business, you need to be talking to your
Contact
bank.
your local bank. It's called the Small Business Association app.
There you go.
Ooh.
Application,
That's
not
right.
download on your
Yeah,
phone.
not a thank you.
Because
Yeah.
I thought
Payroll
download on the phone.
protection
Yeah.
loan.
Now the reason we're doing
PPL.
that, please keep giving if you're giving. It really
Yes,
does
thank
help
you.
us. Thank you for giving. But this is in addition, in case we get in a bind. We know everybody else is in a bind. We just want to be protecting.
Yeah, can I just comment real quick
Sure.
on that? That our givers are awesome.
See,
Because
come on, give them a round
they
of applause,
really
Scott.
are.
Don't hit a button, Scott, 'cause it'll
Yeah.
be crickets over there.
We're gonna have an applause button by
Yeah,
next
yeah,
time.
by next
There, I
time.
have an applause button. I just gotta find it.
I understand.
But they really, I just looked at this morning before the podcast, and steadfast, man.
We're
They're
very
just
thankful.
giving, and we just cannot thank you enough.
That's the truth. That is very, very true. So,
Yes.
all right. So coming back to Easter and these churches and they're continue to meet. We're not going to meet on Easter, but we're going to do some really cool, creative things to make it happen. We're going to partner back with the Miracle radio station so that we can do something that I don't know if anybody's done it. Maybe somebody's done it out there, maybe not. But Christy A had a great idea. The staff had our first virtual staff meeting.
Yes, we did.
Through Zoom. If you don't know about Zoom, you got to put your protections in place so that there's not naked people that interrupt your meeting. That's what we learned about yesterday.
Password protection.
Password protected, which I didn't even think that was true. But on the news this morning, ironically, they were saying that people are hijacking your Zoom meetings. One lady was teaching her class. Zoom is an application, a computer program that allows you to talk to multiple people live in one place on your computer.
I gotta share this.
All right.
If you do a Zoom meeting, which more and more people are doing them now, don't do what this one lady did.
Oh, I know this story.
Yeah, she took her laptop to the bathroom with her.
See, that's
she,
a problem.
She thought she had turned her camera off.
Uh-uh.
The whole group saw the whole thing.
And
Okay.
if you can pull it up, my favorite is there's one guy in the right hand corner. His face is because he's if you watch on YouTube you can see it, but he was literally like
Yeah, it's awkward.
looking off just
so
like
just
am
be
I gonna-
aware that you have a camera that's on you when you're in Zoom.
Right. Now, you can
You
block
can turn it off.
and do it, but not everybody's smart on that.
No.
But there's people hijacking it.
Yes.
So they were saying on the news this morning, somebody hijacked and came in and cussed all the kids out in the classroom, which is
Wow.
ridiculous.
Why?
But then, because they can, because they're jacked up.
You can't fix stupid.
No, you can't. But they've also heard that there's naked people coming into meetings, which is just,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
put on
I-
a shirt yesterday. For
well,
ours.
we had a half-naked guy come into ours yesterday.
We did.
He didn't realize that his brother was zooming in with us.
Yeah.
And his brother walked in without his shirt on. Everybody's like, well, that's interesting. So it's new technology.
It is. It's new to everybody.
Nobody knows what's real. But it is a great way for life groups or small groups or you to see people and connect with a large group of people. That's what really makes it. It's not like
Cool.
FaceTime what's one-to-one. You can actually have 5 or 6 of your friends get together. And,
Yeah, if you're looking at a computer screen, we had 16 people on the
yeah,
screen. at
16
one
people
time.
met at one time
It's
yesterday.
awesome.
Yeah, I will say that I will go to the office if we do it again or when we do it again, because on the phone it was a little difficult.
Yes.
Because I had cats walking in front of the camera and
That's a personal problem.
yeah,
Yeah, well, I have 4 dogs. That's why I came to the office.
yeah.
But
So back to Easter, though.
But back to Easter. We're not going to have a meeting where we gather all together again, but we are going to do a egg hunt throughout the city, and we're going to have 10 locations, 5 in Shreveport and 5 in Bossier, that you and your family can safely get into your car and go and look for eggs throughout the city. So it's going to be
eggs.
Yeah, they're looking at like big. They're 5.5 foot tall eggs. So we're going to give away something for those that, we're going to have a contest. So if you log in and you tell us through Facebook or you email us, we're going to give you all the details as it progresses.
Right.
But it's a way to get up and have something to do with your kids that morning or your grandkids if you're able to see them. We know that not everybody wants to do that, but starting like at 9:30, we're going to go live on 89.1 Miracle. We'll kick off the egg hunt, and then we'll give them clues as they're calling in. So you can call in and talk to me, and We can catch up on Easter morning and talk about celebrating Easter and the resurrection, and while you're driving around and looking for eggs and having fun with your family. And then we'll have a live service that's actually going to start at 11 o'clock on Easter. We're going to do 10 o'clock services normally, but on Easter we're going to do a little bit later just because of the egg hunt and giving people a little bit more time to do the things that they want to do as far as getting up, and still be over by noon, but we're going to have all of that. So from 9:30 until like 12:30 on Easter, we're going to be live on the radio and on our Facebook and our app and all of those different areas. We're going to say it again. The app is the best place to watch the messages.
Yes.
The reason why is it's uninterrupted viewing for the entire time. So we're going to have pre-announcements like we're doing now. We're starting it this week, starting at 9:30. We're going live from 9:30 until 12:30 again this week, or about 12:15. So you'll be able to watch pre-show. We're going to have all kind of fun videos and announcements and stories that go before the message, that you can actually interact with us through Facebook. So even though you don't want to watch it through Facebook, Facebook's still available to make comments, or, hey, man, it's a way to communicate with us. But you could be watching through your app, talking through Facebook, and we're going to put that on the screen and recognize you and talk about it. We raised, just a great example, we raised thousands of dollars this weekend to help the Northwest Food Bank, just by telling everybody, hey, give us $5. Well, we're going to look for ways to do that. It's the same way as how can we encourage you, but we did all that in the live show before it actually started. So then we'll have a sermon, and I'll have that this week from like 10 to 11, and then we're going to do a 30-minute after show where we can do Q&A, and are you still struggling, or can I help you with something that I talked about today? And Angie's going to host again, or co-host with me this week again, so we'll have all of that available every Sunday until we can get back together again, because it's just a great way to, still get more information, feel like you're connected, and have some fun things to do. But on Easter, we're going to be really encouraging you to get out with your kids and go on the little egg hunt, have something fun to do, and then we'll give some prizes away as a result, like for those that are actually
I may have zoned out
Yeah.
for a second.
Well,
But,
that wouldn't be the first time.
But you did mention there is going to be an Easter bunny.
Well, what we're going to do, John, is we actually have connections because we know the bunny.
We do.
He is going to be in both Shreveport and Bossier.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, yeah. So when
Yes.
you're out looking for eggs, I mean, there's a lot of people. They may have a bunny in one location. We have the availability because we have connections and we know him.
Multi-site bunny.
Dose
He's actually
money.
going to be a bunny in Shreveport, a bunny in Bossier. It's the same dude.
That's a big deal.
It's really hard to believe, but it's going to happen.
Well, the reason it's a big deal right now is because you can't get eggs in
No.
a grocery store.
Now,
So-
I delivered some from Benton to
I
y'all
know you
yesterday.
did.
Yes.
You're
Fresh,
welcome.
fresh eggs.
And I
Fresh
still
from the
can.
chicken.
Yes.
Don't call me unless you know. I may have a few, but I don't have some for everybody.
But I just want everybody to know that, Easter morning is going to be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, and I want to go back to what you said earlier about watching on the app and why it's so important.
Yes, Scott.
Why are
please.
you pointing
Because
down?
I talk with my hands. My grandfather used to say, "If you're gonna talk to me, sit on your hands, son."
Yeah. Scott, first of all, you have freedom to use your hands in
You
this
do.
environment.
Thank
John was just making a comment. He
Yes,
apologized
I
if
do.
it offended
That was
you.
very insensitive of me.
Please feel free to use your hands.
But
Scott.
anyway.
You're in a safe zone.
Anyway, as I point down,
Yes.
No, on the app, we control the content. So
Amen.
that's why it doesn't get taken down. But if you're watching on YouTube or other
Facebook.
platforms, there we go. Couldn't think of the word.
Yes.
The reason why it gets taken down is because they have things built in where if it's copyrighted
An
or whatever.
algorithm.
Yeah, algorithms. That it takes it down. But on the app, because it's our content, we have control of it. That's the reason why it's seamless.
It's the same.
Yeah.
You're-
So
Uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted.
Yeah.
So whenever it gets interrupted is because the algorithm has
Takes it
You
down.
like that word.
Yeah, has thank you. It has detected like a song. Now the irony is the songs are free. We got the songs off YouTube.
That's true.
So, but they view it as it's I don't recognize that. It shouldn't be there. Why is it there? So it shuts it down. So it's not something illegal. It's the fact that it doesn't recognize it, and they don't like the fact that it doesn't recognize
Right,
it.
and then we have to get permission again,
And then
it takes
that's
a
why
moment,
it comes up
so-
and down. Is because they go, oh yeah, you're allowed, and then we'll play something else or do something else, and they go, oh no, you're not. Oh yeah, you're allowed. Oh no, you're not. You're allowed. So it's just a whole lot easier to go through the app because then if you don't want to be frustrated, you can watch it without interruption. And you can, if you have a Roku, you can watch it on your big screen. John, you did that at home this weekend.
I did. We have a smart TV that's Roku enabled.
Yes.
And man, the picture looks amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's sharp. It sounds good. So if that is an option for you, I definitely recommend that to be your top choice.
Yeah,
Smart
we're
TV.
trying to get more people to do that, just because it's a more enjoyable experience. Because we're
That's
gonna
your
have.
wife that just texted me, by the way.
Well, what'd she say? She
She
said
said,
Cosmo's
"This is-"
dead.
No,
Break it to Justin gently.
no.
I don't have the guts.
It goes back to something that got mentioned earlier. She just watched mine and Teresa's devotional, and she said, "Y'all are so cute."
Oh,
Goodness, sweet Angie.
Goodness,
Yes.
Angie, we you. That's what we talk in our house. We do
I
a
know.
lot of baby talk.
It's creepy.
Not for us, Scott. Not for us.
So, is there
And
anything
actually-
else pertinent that they need to know?
Pertinent.
Yeah.
Well, the big thing is, is that we'll be having services. The only big deal is that it will be the service will be at 11 o'clock
on
on
Easter Sunday only.
That's
Sunday.
exactly. Yeah,
Easter Sunday only.
Because you're thinking of sunrise. We're not doing a sunrise.
Not
there was some
doing
mention of
sun-
doing
There
a
was
sunrise.
some. Oh,
I'm
my
like,
God.
let me tell you why we're not doing a sunrise. Because at this point right now, you can watch church in your slippers,
Yeah.
in your robe.
No,
You
there's-
ain't no reason to get up and try to
There's
fight
a
it.
whole nother reason we're not
That's-
doing sunrise.
oh,
Yeah,
my
Our whole media team don't wake up.
No, that's not true. Because there's
Did you
five.
see Caleb's face on that
I'm
Zoom
talking about
yesterday?
there's 5 a.m. people though that do it for church.
No,
Sunday.
I mean like for Sunday
There
morning.
are
I'm talking
some.
about like on a normal COVID morning right now.
That's because they're playing video games till like
to the
2.
wee hours of the morning.
Yeah, and I told
Yes.
them, I said, look, y'all still getting paid, son. We got to do some work around
Son,
here.
come on, son.
And they didn't like that, but it's
No,
all right.
They got chewed out by the boss.
Well, not really, but I was a
Because
little.
you were the heavy one this weekend, which was awesome.
Yeah, I got a little.
Because usually I
aggravated.
get labeled.
Yeah,
Well-
you.
Well,
you-
but here's part of the deal, and I think it's a natural thing.
Natural. There's that George Bush again.
It's natural.
Natural.
Listen,
It's
listen,
natural.
listen, it's natural. The problem is, you don't know what you're like. You're not working. You are working. You're doing it. You're not. So
It's tricky.
everybody in the community probably feels the same thing. You're not on vacation.
No, but it's
So you're
weird.
worried
It's
about your
very
money,
weird.
but you don't go to work, and so you're sleeping in, or
Everybody's struggling.
and they're trying to figure all that out. Well, the problem is, we are trying to put out content like this. You're trying to do devotionals. You're trying to get ready for Easter. You're trying to make sure the service is right, and then there's that collision of nobody else is there.
I
So
know.
we had the lowest amount of volunteers because we're really going by the rule and trying to keep 6 feet apart and very limited staff. That's why Open Eyes did their music, because we recorded that during the
Good
week.
job, by the
and
way,
we could
Open
be
Eyes.
6
Great
feet
job.
apart and all that kind of stuff. Well, the good news is the band is coming back. We're negotiated and got that figured out to where there's a limited amount of people and they still keep their distance. We can video everything and make sure that it's safe, and then they can be out of there so we're not all there at the same time. But the whole point is sometimes it's like, oh, yeah, we'll be all right, and then it's kind of halfway done. And I was nice on that language.
Yeah, you were.
That's not what I typically say.
No.
But I knew we have mixed listeners in the audience. You know what I'm saying? Like young and old.
Oh,
age.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't want to be offensive in my
I
language
appreciate
of
that.
using
That's called self-editing.
the biblical King James version of
Yes.
of the rear end, halfway doing things. It's-
50% there.
Yeah,
Yes.
So I'm like, man, come on, let's don't be halfway. Let's
Yeah.
don't be.
And they rallied. They're awesome.
They did.
We got an
Everybody,
awesome team.
they all, and that's the thing is that's what I was telling them. I get it. It's difficult because everyone else, it looks like we're the only ones working.
Right.
So like all the children, they're not. Children are working at home. They're doing their stuff, but
Yeah.
they're not in the same environment.
Right.
Or there's nobody like life groups. Is like Amber's trying to figure out how to get people to meet when you can't meet and through Zoom But when you're in that environment and we're the only ones going, all right, it's going. This is it. Let's get this. So it's like,
Yeah.
they
There's
kind of get
pressure.
well, they get a little lax.
Sunday's still coming.
It's still coming. I'm on that message. I'm looking for that sugar stick right now.
That's right. I should have brought them cinnamon ones.
And
That's all right.
I will say that I'm probably best prepared for this personally.
Oh, well, hold on. But
Because-
you're not going to give breaking news?
No,
on
no,
that?
no, because it's not really breaking news.
Well,
because
when
this
it
is
says
something
you're
that
the
is well-
most prepared for
I would say I'm
COVID-19,
one of the most prepared.
This is
you didn't say
shocking.
one of.
You said I am.
well, as far as our staff is concerned.
Oh dear! I
Because-
can't wait
Yeah.
to hear
Yeah,
this.
please.
I've had 26 different jobs, but I have been laid off for months at a time. So I really feel like I've been laid off. Like this is what it feels like to be unemployed.
You're
What
working.
a
for me.
weird twist.
Well, because I when I was laid
That
off,
check still coming? Isn't a
Yeah,
clue
how are
that-
you laid off? That you still
I'm
have
just
money?
saying it feels like I'm
mean
laid
emotionally?
off. Yeah, emotionally. Yeah.
This is
Wow.
where Scott says stuff. Then you're like, what? And then you have to
Yeah.
work him back into
You
what
do.
you're
Well,
saying.
because my mind and my mouth
Yeah.
aren't connected.
There's put breaking
That's
news on that,
breaking
Coach.
news
Hold
right
on,
there.
hit that,
There we
please.
go. He don't know
Go.
what button
He don't
it
even know
is.
what button to hit.
No,
Come
I
on.
changed the buttons. Hold
Oh,
on.
Why
my.
would you
Right in the
change
middle
them?
of a podcast?
Because I was looking for the clap,
Oh,
which taken out of
Go ahead.
context
Yeah.
sounds terrible.
Please put the button. Hit the button.
Oh my Breaking news.
Scott's mouth and brain are not
Not
connected.
oh
Scott's
God.
mouth and brain
Yeah.
are not
Not
connected.
Yeah, that's never as a truer statement been said.
Yes. Well, I think we ought to end on
That's
that.
probably
That's
the
probably
best way
the
to
best
end this
one.
deal right
If that
now.
don't end you on a laugh, something's wrong.
That's right.
Well,
Yes.
tune in next time. We're going to try to do 2 podcasts this week.
Yes.
Because the demand is out there. We're
Yeah.
getting blown up.
Nobody
All
else has
4
anything.
All
subscribers.
4 subscribers are saying more content.
content. More content.
We said no problem. We're going to bring it to
No
you.
problem.
I got more notes I didn't even get close to covering.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that later.
This is long. We're at an hour 15 now.
Oh,
Yeah.
my Lord.
Wow.
They ain't nobody going to listen this long. We love you. Thank you for doing it, though.
That's right.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, thank you.
Tune
so
in
much.
next time. Until then, see you Sunday.
Peace.